I'll never forget the way the wind howled across the empty plains that morning, dry, sharp, and impatient. I stood at the edge of the ranch, clutching a heavy burlap sack that had started to stain dark at the bottom. The old rancher, gruff and sun-worn, narrowed his eyes as I approached. He didn't recognize me at first, most people don't. Just another quiet woman in work boots and worn jeans. But when I looked him in the eye and said, "Please, take them off," he hesitated. Then he reached for the sack. And what he found inside made him stumble back like he'd been kicked in the chest. This wasn't about the past anymore. This was about truth. And it was finally time for his lies to meet the light. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because you don't want to miss what happens next. Trust me, this gets incredible. 3 weeks earlier, I had been cleaning out my late grandmother's attic when I found the letter, brittle, handwritten, and tucked between yellowed photographs no one had looked at in decades. The name on the envelope matched the old rancher down the valley. The letter wasn't addressed to him, though. It was from him, to a woman he thought had vanished without a word. My mother. And that was just the beginning. The letter was dated 1987. In it, the rancher, James Broderick, begged my mother not to tell anyone about what had happened that night. He spoke of silence, of promises, of a future that never came. But what haunted me was the last line, "Whatever happens, bury it deep. No one will believe you anyway." But someone did believe her. Me. I never knew who my real father was. My mother never talked about him. She died young, burdened and broken. I thought she left me nothing, until I found that letter. And then, hidden beneath the attic floorboards, the sack. A burlap bag. Heavy. Wrapped in layers of oilcloth. Inside, for rusted spurs. 2 engraved belt buckles. A woman's locket with a tiny photo. And a sheriff's badge, one I would later discover had been reported missing the same night a local girl disappeared all those years ago. The story was coming together in fragments. But it was clear enough, James Broderick wasn't just a rancher. He was once part of a secret that cost someone her life, and my mother her peace. I drove down to the ranch with the sack in the back seat and the letter folded in my jacket pocket. I wasn't sure what I expected. Maybe denial. Maybe anger. What I didn't expect was fear. When I handed him the sack, he glanced around like the fields had eyes. "Where did you get this?" he whispered. I didn't flinch. "From my mother. The one you left behind." He opened the sack. His hands trembled when he saw what was inside. I watched color drain from his face as recognition turned into dread. He stumbled backward. "I buried these," he said. "Clearly not well enough," I answered. I gave him a choice, one he never gave my mother. He could confess. Clear her name. Tell the truth while he still had breath. Or I'd go to the local press, the sheriff's department, the state archives. I wasn't afraid of being believed. I had evidence now. His silence lasted a long time. And then, with a voice as dry as the dust around us, he said, "You're her daughter." I nodded. "And you're the reason she died ashamed." A week later, an anonymous tip led local authorities to the remains of a body buried on the far edge of Broderick's ranch. DNA would later confirm it was the missing girl from 1987, last seen at a dance where Broderick had also been. The sheriff's department reopened the case. James Broderick turned himself in quietly, without a lawyer. The letter and sack were admitted as key evidence. He never denied anything after that. As for me, I didn't seek revenge. I didn't need to. I had honored my mother. Exposed the truth. And in the silence that followed, I finally heard her voice again, free of shame, full of strength.